Sorry, I'm trying to set up. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and it's good to have you around. Yes, whether it's 0 person that have joined you, however, we're going to start already. So today it's going to be a live tutorial on something very important. Actually, it's the basic for sewing. Yes, basic for newbies, tailor. Okay, without this, you're not gonna enjoy sewing. Honestly, it's how to take body measurement, how to take body measurements accurately. Whether you are a newbie or even maybe you've been sewing for a long time, you can experience a lot of hitches on the way. Maybe you are sewing for people, but for every cloth you sew, you must mend it like twice or thereabout. That means something is missing. Something is missing, and it starts from how to take accurate body measurement, because the secret to a perfect fit is when you have an accurate body measurement. All right. So now we are going to start out already. First of all, I need to tell us things you need to note, things you need to consider before taking a body measurement. And the first of it is, I wrote it down here so that I won't skip anything. All right. For you to avoid what I ordered versus what I got, you need to consider these things. First of all, is your client wearing an undergarment? You need to know, is your client wearing an undergarment? Because these are things that can alter body measurement. Like, sorry, when I mean an undergarment, I mean an undergarment, maybe a waist trainer or a padded hip. You get? So these are little things that will alter your body measurement, such that at the end of the day, when the client is now rocking the dress you made for her, she'll be like, I ordered something else and I got something else. All right. So you need to consider these factors. Another thing is the dress your client is wearing. Is it too tight on her, or is it too big? When it's too tight, the measurements you are taking, it will alter it. It will be undersized, maybe by 0.5 inch or 1 inch or thereabout. But the truth is that all these things matter. And when it is too big, it's going to also alter it. It's the dress will be too big. It will be bogus on your client. So you need to consider all these things before while taking a body measurement. Okay. So for me, sometimes what I used to do is when I get a client who wants me to make a dress for her, I'll have to tell you, maybe drop the person a message. Please, why come in? Just wear something. Of course, you won't be touching the person's dress to know whether he or she's wearing a padded, like too padded bra, or maybe you're touching the hip to see whether she's wearing a padded hip. No, 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 no. That's not a comfortable thing to do. So you just drop the person a message. Please, why come in? Just wear something comfortable, not too big, and not too tight. Just something on your body that can help me measure you and serve you correctly. I don't know if you understand. So these are tips that will help you to, navigate this journey of professionalism as a tailor. I hope you understand. Please, if you're just joining us, we would like to know where you're watching from. Just drop it on the comment section, because we are about to start properly now. I have my model ready. I have my model ready. So I think I've actually mentioned some things that will help us while taking body measurements. So now, the next thing is, there are two things about taking measurement. We have the vertical measurement and we have the horizontal measurement. And the vertical measurement has to do with distance. Vertical spans from top to bottom. So it has to deal with distance from one point to the other, basically. Then horizontal has to do with, just this way, round body measurement, or maybe distance from one point to the other, okay? So you need to know that vertical and horizontal measurement. Then we have to start already. I'm trying to look for where to position my phone so that we can see very well. Okay. No, 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 this is dark. I have my model. She's here already. I'm waiting. So we will start out now, and I have my measuring tape. Sorry. I'm trying to serve you well, so I'm looking for a very good position. Please, if you can hear me and if you can see me, do well to signal so that I can serve you better, okay? All right, please, can I have you? So here is my model, and her name is Mesoma. Her name is Mesoma. So first of all, I'm going to use this and hold down around her waist, her natural waist, so that I can start my measurements. And yes, you may not go about tying this on your client's waist, but sometimes it can be necessary. The truth is that whatever you can do to get an accurate body measurement so that you won't start shaping the cloth after sewing, just do it, okay? I'm going to tie her natural waist here. And then I need you to note that you start from one, your tape should start from one, so you avoid the mistake of starting from the other side. I've done that when I started sewing. I've made the mistake of starting from this other side instead of from one, all right? So I'm teaching you from my own mistake too. And also, most times, some clients don't find it comfortable to stand before them while taking measurements, all right? So you find a way to stand beside them while taking their body measurements. Please, if you can hear me, I would love you to signal, please, 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 please. Oh. Okay, let me take out this cap. Oh God, I'm still trying to look for a better position, okay? So the first thing first, sorry, my lights got a little bit interrupted. We are in Nigeria, so welcome to Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria, where everything is working out so perfectly. You will help me with this while we measure. Like I said, we have the horizontal and the vertical measurements. So I will start with the vertical measurements. Please come closer. I'll start with the vertical measurements. And the first one here, please be telling me shoulder to bust. Let your client stand erect, but not like a military. Just stand erect, comfortable, okay, like a queen that she is, but not like a military man. So shoulder to bust point. This is the shoulder. The shoulder from here. I'm going to measure to the bust point. This is her bust point. That is her nipple point. And you can see I'm standing at the side, right? I'm standing at the side. And this is her bust point. Please come closer so that you can see. This is her bust point and it is 10 inches. Then you note it down, shoulder to bust point. The next thing is shoulder to under bust. Please, you are not, how do I say it? Your mind is not that computerized. So you make sure when you measure, you write down, okay? So the next is shoulder to under bust. But this one is not for a basic dress. this is where, for a situation where you want to make a bustier, when I'm talking about a bustier, I mean all these padded cloths, right? When you want to make a padded cloth, or even if not padded, you want it to take the shape as if, to show the bust, all right? So that's when this shoulder to under bust is needed. Then you take your tape and go to under her breast, the place you have the ring of the brazier. Whatever you have there, I have 13.5 inches. I'm going to note it down also. So I hope you're following. Please, if you are confused at any point, do well to drop it down on the comment section and I'll attend to it. All right. So after that, the next thing is the shoulder to waist. And now, this is my waist region. The deepest part of the body, of this upper side, that is the waist region. But if you don't know, maybe because there's some people, their body shape is very unique, that is just straight. You get? It's just straight. You may not really know their waist. You can tell your client to please tilt a little bit, just tilt this way. So that deepest part, this place where it curves, that forms an angle, that is the waist region. All right? Please, can you help us with that? Now I've gotten her waist region already. So that's the deepest part. Okay. Now I'm going to still take the measurement from the shoulder to that waist region. And in her case, it is 15 inches. 15 inches. All right. You note it down also. Now, if you're making a dress that will have a side dart, a side dart, there are dresses that have side dart. If you want to take that also, the difference is that the shoulder to waist of the front is different from the shoulder to waist of the back because the front has bust, all right? So it has taken some space, making the shoulder to waist of the front to be longer than the shoulder to the waist of the back. So now what you would do is that you take the shoulder to the waist of the front and then you take the shoulder to the waist of the back differently. My network is fluctuating. Shoulder to the waist of the back is different from the shoulder to the waist of the front. Look at the back one. Shoulder to the waist of the back is 13.5 inches. But the front, what I measured is 15 inches, right? When you get the difference is 1.5, I guess. 15 inches minus 13.5. So, but that you only use this when you are making a dress that will have to do with the side dart. I hope this is clear. All right, so we move. Then the next thing is the shoulder to hip. I'm still moving. Shoulder to the hip, please. Please, you have to go back a little. I don't know if you can see this. Shoulder to the hip is the highest point of her hip region. The highest point, and this is the highest point here. So I will take the measurement again for us to see. And where I have her highest point to be is around here, which is 27 inches. You can see what I'm doing. Sorry, I think I need to go outside. Let's go outside, please. Please permit me. The light here is not giving. Okay. Please, just a few seconds, okay? We want to serve you better. That's the reason for all this. The reason for all this. Please tell us where you're watching from. Like I said already, my name is Uche Beyonce, a Nigerian tailor based in the eastern part of Nigeria. Okay, so today we are taking body measurements. We're learning how to take, with clients' clothes. They keep coming back for you to oh. Please bear with 100%. This is not my making. If you are in Nigeria, you understand the condition here, but everything is good. Everything is perfect, okay? I just want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing. That's why we're trying to make provision for light. I'm so sorry that it's as if this was not planned before. I'm so sorry about that. Let's come outside. This is perfect. Okay. So I think I should start from the beginning to do this. So, like I said, this is my client, all right? And we want to take the shoulder to waist measurement of my client. This is a natural waist. And I've taken this 15 inches here, but the back one, her back shoulder to waist, do you see the difference? So because of the bust and in the front, that's why there is a difference here. All right. Then the shoulder to hip, like I was saying, the highest point of her hip. Please help me hold your cloth. Don't be shy to tell your client to hold down her waist, her hip. Maybe she's wearing a flare dress. Don't be shy to tell her to hold it down. So this is her hip, the highest point. You can see that. And what I have here is 26 inches. 26 inches. Then the next thing is shoulder to her knee. Please go back. This is her knee level. You take the measurement and then to the length of her dress, depending on what she is making. That is for vertical measurement. Then for horizontal measurement, like I mentioned, it is the circumference. And the first thing first, there is this horizontal measurement that has to do with distance, shoulder to shoulder. Okay? Please turn your back again. The shoulder to shoulder is from this point. There is a joint here. There's a joint here. You take the measurement from there to this other side. I don't know if you can see that. Whatever you have, you are going to note it down. Then the next one is the bust circumference. And this is our bust circumference. You can see that I'm taking all these measurements standing on the side because I don't want her to be uncomfortable. So this is our bust circumference. Why taking circumferences? Put one finger inside because you don't want it to be too tight. So make sure you put one finger inside. Take the tape around her bust. You can see here, I'm putting one finger inside. Let's go closer. I'm putting one finger inside, making sure that it's not too tight. And you can also see from the back. Can you raise your hand? You can see that, right? So that's for the bust circumference. The under bust circumference is the same thing, just at this point. At this point, you're going to take the under bust circumference and put one finger so that it will not be too tight. You put one finger there. Whatever you have, you note it down. For the waist circumference, still at this point, but I'm not going to let this encroach. I'm going to take our waist circumference, still having one finger inside. All right? You see, I'm able to move it around. I'm able to move it around, but not too loose. That's for this one. Her hip circumference, at that point of the highest point of our hip, I'm also going to take this round. Make sure you take it around her hip. And you are adjusting your measuring tape. This thumb. You see, the fullest part of her bum and the highest point at her hip point. Take it round. So whatever you have, in her case, it is 40.75 inches. I'm going to note it down, okay? So this is how to take the horizontal circumference. Then let's go over to the sleeve because we're not done. So for the sleeve, we have our armhole. This is the armhole. You take the measurement this way, still putting one finger inside because you don't want it too tight. Okay, and her armhole circumference is 17 inches. Then her bicep is her upper arm. Her upper arm, yes, this she's wearing a big cloth, but it's kind of very light, so it's not going to alter anything as much. This is her upper arm. You take the circumference, and then you put your one finger. Just come close to. You put one finger in between, just the way I'm doing, so it's not tight. Then for her elbow circumference, please permit me to raise this up. You know our elbow, we need to move it, right? This is how I'm going to take this measurement. Slightly bent, slightly. So you take your measurement, still putting one finger. I hope you can see that, slightly bent. All right, you adjust your finger. You adjust your finger. Same thing with the wrist circumference. This is her wrist. You have to take it here, around here, so that because we need the wrist, we need the hand to be able to pass through it, right? So you will take it around here. And whatever you have, you also note it down. That is for the circumference of the sleeve. I did not mention the distance of the sleeve. So the distance of the sleeve, that point, like I said, that joint point, that joining point, you start from the shoulder to upper arm, depending on where she wants her her sleeve length to be. Wherever the upper arm is basically her own is 7.5 inches, shoulder to elbow. Sorry, we need to raise this again. Her shoulder to elbow, this is her elbow, right? Hers is 13.5 inches. 13.5 inches. You take it down to the wrist. Her wrist is 23.5 inches. So that is how you should take your body measurement. And the final thing here is the nipple to nipple, or you call it bust distance. This one, you use it to take in that. I don't know if this, okay, this doesn't have a dart. So the dart is like from one bust point to the other bust point. That is what you're doing here. And in her case, it is 6 inches. You can see how I'm doing it. From one bust point to the other bust point, 6 inches. You note it down as your nipple to nipple or your bust distance. I don't know if I'm making sense at all. I'm so sorry for, a lot of things that happen. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, next time, hopefully we are going to do better. So these are the things I just needed us to know how to take body measurement, because for even like everything, this is the basic thing you need to get. This is going to tell whether your dresses will come out perfect or they will just come out with a lot of disturbances, your clients coming back to you to shape their dress for them. And the truth is that God has been helping me. Yes, like I can count just very few occasions whereby I have to, after a client fits her dress, I'll have to just on rare occasions, it always comes out perfectly. It always comes out perfectly. But because I make sure I take note of all these things, I make sure I tell my client, please come wearing something that is not too tight, something that is not too thick, that can alter the body measurement. All right. So if you learned something here, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you in my next one. Show us some love. You can use the thank you button, whatever. Show us some love. My next video is going to be on how to take the measurement for pants trouser. I'm so sorry for what happened today. Next time will be better. There is always a first time, okay? Next time is promising to be better. If you have any suggestion on the next video tutorial, the live video that you want us to put up, please go ahead and also drop it in the comment section. Yeah. And finally, if you want this tips that I mentioned, if you want me to have a PDF format of it, if you need it, you can also go ahead and comment it on put it down in the comment section, and I will draft it out. For now, thank you very much for staying with us and see you in my next one. Bye. All right, let's see a bye from you.
Bye.